Hey everyone, welcome to another review here on Go Mango.
No!
As always, I'm your host of Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
Cinder Blaze.
my dude. Welcome back. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about your guys' comments, a lot of them, on Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. But before that, let's dive into our thoughts. And since you guys had a lot of thoughts, I'm pretty sure we could wrap up our thoughts pretty quickly and then have a conversation with you guys about what you all thought as well. And overall, I thought leading up to the Two Kaiser stuff, it was a really fun episode.
Yeah.
It definitely, they took their time playing with the whole doors aspect until they finally realized, oh wait, I can just walk outside. And that was that was great. It was a perfect solution. But also, oh, go ahead.
Like going on the whole door montage, like that was just like a bunch of fluff, but it kind of reminded me of like an Oreo where we had like actual things at the front and at the end of the episode, and then we just kind of just a bunch of just random fights, bunch of fun shenanigans, and that's about it. Like they wasted so much time this episode. I was actually surprised because like in the back of my head, I'm thinking, all right, where's Two Kaiser? He's supposed to be showing up any moment now. And then I see like the timer on the video. I'm like, okay, we're about to hit the credits, and then he just pops out of nowhere. I was like,
Yeah.
yo ho hoy, here we go.
It like I shouldn't be surprised anymore because they do this all the time. Where like, oh hey, preview for next episode, it's gonna be something new, and then all of that is condensed to the like a little stinger for the next episode. I don't know. They always do that, and I shouldn't be surprised. But
Yeah, it just felt like there's so little in this episode that they could have, like they don't have to
sure
travel through like a billion doors until they finally figure out, oh, I don't need to do that. Especially with like Vroom, like you took a door that took you outside, and your first instinct is like, oh, I have to go join up to the fight. Let me go back right into this mall because that's gonna take me there. You just walk over there. You didn't look like you're that far away. Like I know where the sets are. Come on down.
I still found the episode really fun. Like, I mean, I've expressed this on multiple occasions, but I'm still appreciative that we're not losing the fun antics. Uh,
Yeah.
While we're doing the anniversary part of it.
Yeah.
So I had a really fun time with it. And also, we could like you said at the beginning, we got a little bit of substance there when he started using a bunch of his gears and ultimately timing those out or whatever since he ran out of power. So it was a really good visual way of expressing that to us, because if somebody just offhand said it, oh yeah, I can't, he can't use too many of these, otherwise he's going to run out of power. We don't really get a grasp on how much power he can actually wield at once. So it's nice to see what the upper limit is.
Yeah, it only took like two of them to actually like push the rest of the team back, basically. So there's no real need to do it. But in the back of our heads, we're just like, why doesn't he just summon like all the Zords and just take them out at once if you can, do that? But obviously there's a limit here, so it's nice to see that, and it was nice to see the father-son duo just kind of like interact first on screen because man, it's weird. Everyone acknowledges it, and I think like that's like I like a little detail like that because this cast is really good at doing like comedic timing and just kind of like working with really absurd things. Apparently, Tang Joe 2 gets around because he's like at least over like 800 wives and whatnot. So
yeah, I'm not gonna think too hard about that, but Stacey has, and it was very apparent how much that like actually affected him. Not the you
Why'd you go into it? I was gonna avoid this entire review. If you really want to go into it, I do delve into it a little bit more in the watch along. So that's there for you guys.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that Stacey is clearly hurt by the treatment of his mother, and we get to see that come to a head with Kaito toward the end. Like, we get a little bit more, extra stuff of your. It's I don't know, like he has this naive mindset, and he says, your parents are gonna end up dead in a ditch like my mom or whatever. And it's because what is it? No, that was more of a Saber issue, but it feels like another situation where um Kaito is just gonna end up butting heads with him and maybe not quite understand where he's coming from. And I'm interested to see if they can resolve that conflict between the two of them well.
Yeah, I mean, Saber has a pretty low bar when it comes to solving those types of issues. So as long as it like barely touches on what he's talking about, I'm fine with it. But that's like way in the future, and honestly, like once we get more stuff or more details on Kaito's parents, I think they can delve into that relationship a little bit more because like they already set up the parallel that they both have like issues with their parents. I mean, like Kaito, he's in good terms with them, but they're just like missing, and but he does know that they probably are associated with the Toji Tendo because they have access to the gear technology. So we'll see what's up with that later.
Yeah, and I just feel like he comes from like a more sheltered upbringing than Stacey has. So I really hope, whatever happens with Stacey's story, it is handled a lot better, uh, just to like actually deliver on that contrast. Um, anyway, to Kaiser, want to jump into him?
Yeah, I mean, we can't really say too much about him because he only showed up for like a minute. Um, most of his time was devoted to his henchmen, which I mean, like they usually always have like an extended little thing before they do their first henshin for like the Baxter Rangers. So I'm not gonna like really pick on that too much. But comes in, he finds some of the gears, and you know what? He ain't up for all the evil ones, I guess. So he's actually going around collecting real ones. So I wonder how his backstory's gonna like tie in with the rest of this universe, but
yeah,
I don't know.
it's like his medal has 35 on it, which
They already had used before because we saw the final wave, I'm pretty sure, in a previous episode.
yeah, I don't remember, but like it's I guess it's not too strange since Vroon, Majin, all the Kikainoids still have the numbers of the Sentai they're based off of. I don't know. I just it begs the question: who made it, and how did that come to be? And it's an interesting question, and I hope we get close to that answer soon.
Yeah.
I also really like how they're not gonna be, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea. You're not giving me much to help you with.
They destroyed the evil gears real quickly. Like not all of them, but like that arsenal can fluctuate. I mean, I'm sure they can build more, but like, if you pinata some of those, there's a chance that they might break or someone might come break them, which is interesting. And not something you typically think about or have to think about until like the end of the show when your powers start getting taken away. So
yeah, but Stace could easily end up being defeated around the 20 episode mark. So like he already has a timer on him, so I'm not gonna be too worried about the implications unless they want to salvage him as a new member of the team, which probably ain't gonna happen. Ever since they did Yudona dirty.
Yeah, very. All right. I mean, he has a suit though, so I feel like that
She also has a suit.
not a helmet.
You didn't say helmet, you said
That's
suit.
true. You're right. I did say suit. I just
Like,
meant
how hard
suit.
is it to get a helmet? Like, even a biker's helmet would have worked.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we good here? Can we move into the plethora of comments we have?
Yes.
All right, cool.
In those.
Muhammad says, I think this year's Sixth Ranger debut must be sped up to something that is happening right now. Anyway, this episode is great. We fully get to see Stacey's backstory and how his relationship with his so-called father are. And let me just say, his that is the worst, I think, way worse than the dad from Go-Go 5 and Ninja Steel. And he married 893 women from different places. I like how we got a ranger who likes to sing and dance to his own, with other than Kyoryuger, who basically just danced to Earth's melody control. I can't wait for what his siblings, his sister and his adopted SD Robo Brothers, and him will give to the series with a story so far. He is your bastard man of the season and can't wait for what is lies ahead in the future.
I mean, if anyone's a bastard, it's Stacey.
I have a theory that the 893 wives is Kaito's mom. There is possibility, and I hope we get more rangers. I hope Zox, Zox's sister, to be a ranger, and I hope Stacey would be a getting a redemption arc that is just Wish. Anyway, I like your guys' reactions, so keep it up, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll keep reacting. I think he has another one as well.
Yes. He goes on to say Zox and his siblings' pirate crew is called the World Pirates, or Sekai Kaizoku, and their goal is to find the greatest delicacy in the world, and by traveling to those worlds, they will steal and collect the Toji Tendos, Toji gear, the ones that contain the worlds and not the Sentai gear. So they're going after like the heavier stuff. They also idolize the Gokaiju. Did you just read off a character description?
You just read off a character description.
That's true. I did.
You just
read
typed
off
it in.
Character description. I did not. I did not screen these ahead of time. But thank you for commenting. But yeah, I don't know that I think the mom was one of the wives, but I mean,
it depends on
there
how
are
he picks them out, you know. But we're gonna get into that later.
Yeah. Hey, Yuki Miyazaki says Door World is very punny. I like what they did with the door scene, especially Toei shamelessly plugging their stuff in the movie theater scene. About the Door World, though, it wasn't Monsters Inc. reference, but I want to believe that was like a Monsters Inc. world.
It was Monsters Inc. enough. They just didn't show up in anyone's bedroom.
Yeah. So that's my headcanon. Don't take this away from me. Man, Barashitara, oh, that's the name, is the man. Racking up, oh, no, I don't like this. Racking up those wives like nobody's business. Also, no wonder he's shaped like a tank.
Man, don't make us read dirty things.
Yeah, no,
I'll read it. I got it. He's shaped like a tank because he got them juices for all them woman needs. Cinder Blaze just make me imagine how the hell did he and Stacey mother make love is beyond my comprehension. Lastly, Two Kaiser, I think, I don't know. I don't really like the suit all too much, maybe because they're trying to incorporate the Zenkaiger design matched with the Gokaiger design. To me, it doesn't look very good, or maybe it's just the gold is way in your face and those splotch of red colors on certain areas don't help either. But I do enjoy his over the top entrance and those dancing. Yeah, I need to get used to it soon. I think, yeah, like when I saw the suit like in the show, it actually like was a bit much for me, even though I really liked it on the scans. So like maybe it's just like a bit too bold of a color. So maybe in 5 episodes, when the sun just kind of like nerfs the suit, it'll be a bit more palatable to your eyes.
The red on gold, I've seen praise for it, but I don't know that I like it all that much. It's not. I feel like there could be a different color combination that doesn't shout at you.
It's a really good color combination. My favorite football team is that color combination. It just needs to like have the right
But that's a
balance.
that's a burgundy. That's a darker red.
Yeah,
That was like this is a bright red. Um,
there's no reason for this to be a burgundy color.
yeah. Hey, anyway.
Yeah,
Thank you, Yuki, for that comment. Let's move on into Hirobi Jin, who I believe is a new commenter, or
yeah.
maybe someone who doesn't comment too often. So thank you for coming by. They say, I like when the sky turns dark. Crocodile appears from the storm, and Zox gets down to the ground. He's so badass, but I hate when he starts singing. First, I thought he was going to be the next Marvelous with his cool personality, but I was wrong. I did like that appearance. The lights in the sky, like from his mech, really brought that scene to life visually. Um, the dancing did catch me off guard. I wasn't a big fan of that though, so I'll agree with you there. But it's fun. He can still have a cool personality, just a real dumb gimmick that undercuts it. You never know.
Yeah.
Uh
We've seen worse. He could just start doing backflips for no reason. Even
that's
doing
true.
backflips that are, not really helpful in the current situation, might be detrimental, but whatever.
He had a cool fight. It was neat. It was
Oh yeah,
interesting.
he
Yeah.
destroyed him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it wasn't even close.
Which I hate that they do this often. We're like, oh, we're gonna set up this new cool villain. He's gonna, be the greatest challenge for this team yet. And then the episode after immediately undercuts that and is like, well, he actually isn't that strong. He used a bit too much of his power, couldn't do it anymore. Went searching, found the dude, and then got his ass handed to him by a different guy.
Yeah.
Um,
He got kneed in the ribs like 3 times. I kind of felt bad for
yeah.
him.
Oh my god. No. Incredible.
Yeah.
Um, right. Next few comments come from Neo Gavin, who says, "Never ask how human and kainoids can have children. Toei logic is beyond human knowledge." Fair. It's funny when Maskman and Flashman got destroyed immediately by Juron's feet. And then he asked, "What do you guys think about the place passed by Juron, the cafe, and Vroon, the interrogation room, when he was serving tea for himself?" The cafe was fine, but Vroon,
This
oh,
is really good.
oh my god, and like he hung out there for so long, and they were just keeping on the interrogation. It's not
They
like he's invisible.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't react whatsoever to him just like bumbling around was just great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next comment from Matt Hunt, who says, "Great reaction as always, guys." Thank you, Matt. Love this episode. I'm digging the Rider-esque way we're being introduced to our human rangers. Excuse me. And how they're maybe not going to be on good terms for a while, if at all. It's another reason the story may have called for a main team of 4 robots with 1 human. You can only do so much human characters at odds with each other in Sentai before it messes with the plot and or turns off the core audience. I think Loopad suffered a lot from this. Yeah, they stuck with their guns toward the end and like not having them be a team.
Like almost ever,
Yeah.
like probably 2 or 3 times the entire series, but
Yeah. And
that's,
like if
we're
the whole
already been nagging on Loop Pat.
no, I want to say this. If your entire series is based off of the idea that you can do a versus series except in one show, you realize that in versus movies they are friends at the end, right? They just didn't even do that part. Anyway, um I liked getting a clear understanding of what Stacey's doing. The him he was trying to surpass was Barashitara after all. And I'm curious if there's more to the geared Tozinger being based on Gigi's look than we think. It was also interesting to see the episode make another reference to humans and Kikainoids being able to have a romantic relationship. Though, for everyone's sake, I'm glad they didn't go too far into it. I mean, you're right. We kind of saw that twice with Barashitara and the many wives, and then also the dude who cheated on his girlfriends, or like was, I don't know. That was a whole thing they ran into.
I was so unsure of what was happening in that scene that I just couldn't make a comment on it.
He goes on to say, love the door gags in this episode as well, though I do wonder if it's teasing an arc where other worlds are visited. Can't tell if Zox is looking for Tojiru gears in particular, or if he's after both those gears and Sentai gears. Next week should be fun. Can't wait to meet Zox's crew, and I want to know how Zox got his equipment and his suit. So do I. That looks very interesting, especially since it uses the same system, but not the same changers. So, like, was it a creator who had branched off, who knew them or something, or is somehow related? Because we know that the bad guy ones, that's just a copy. But this one looks a bit more, it uses the actual one, so it seems a bit more legit.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyway, P.S. While Gold Tweaker is a perfectly fine transliteration of his name, it really should be Gold Suikar or something like that. Gold because he's gold, and Suika because he's a Suika Senshi, additional warrior. Oh. Although he does seem like he drinks as much coffee as I do, so maybe it works.
Yeah, he's a tweaker for us.
Cool. Anyway, thank you so much for that comment, Matt. Let's head into our very last comment. This one comes from Basil Eldo, who says, 2 Kaiser Henshin is pretty long, but the suit is cool. I will agree. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for all your support on this episode and sending in your thoughts. It was very nice to keep this conversation rolling with you guys. So yeah, thank you. Anyways, Alex, do you have anything else before we hopped out of here?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the episode, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you thought about our thoughts about your thoughts about this episode. And also, while you're down there, there are links in the description to some Zenkaiger merch that I designed myself, as well as links to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as the hashtag Stop Anti-Asian Hate. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it.
Yep. See ya.
You're holding back a laugh. What happened?
Okay, so Barashitara definitely launches his cum shot from his head.
Jesus Christ! How long?
That is the abuse that I'm just picturing in my head. Like, he probably